Hello there, welcome back. In this video, we will have a look at Airtable website and we will especially learn about their automation. So if you don't know what is Airtable, it's a project management platform that you can use online. You could create projects, you can manage different phases of it. And the important and the very good, amazing thing about Airtable is you can automate the many automation that you can use within the platform, so you don't have to do manual stuff. Basically you can create project and then you can create automates on different phases of it. So let's learn more about it. This is their website. If you don't know, it's airtable.com. You can directly come to their website. On this website they are talking about their platform. You could scroll down, you can learn, and you can see how amazing they are. And if you're already using them, that's good, because you should at least have a basic understanding of them before you start learning their automation, because this is the focus. The automation is the focus of this video. But worry not, even if you don't have basic knowledge of them, I'm still going to cover some basics of it, so that even if you're using the Airtable for the first time, it's still going to be helpful to you. So all you have to know for the first timers, it's a project management platform. So let's say if you have an account with them already, which is good, you can just click on sign in option in here. But if you do not have an account with them, you can click on sign up for free. As you can see, there was a pricing option as well, and that's true. If you wanted to use advanced version for them, the advanced features available with them, then you can go with the pricing option. Otherwise, free is always good. To create an account with them, you can use your work email address, any email address that you have. You can go with single sign-on or go with the Google account. So I'm going to go with the Google account by clicking on continue with Google, and I'll just grab my credentials. But you should have it handy with yourself if you're going with this process. And then comes the password. So I'm going to enter the password too, and next. It will take you to the next screen, where it will ask you some questions related to your expertise, your team, and it's gonna kind of help them generating better content for you, and kind of suggest you better. So this will ask you what team are you on. So let's say I'm part of creative production, so I'll go with it according to you, like whatever you're part of, you can go with that. So I'm gonna go with creative production, and then I can click on continue. You also have an option to skip, but since it's better to go with the selection, I suggest you do. Now you want different people to be part of this project as well. You can enter their email addresses in here, or else you can also copy this invite link and just send that link to them. But for now, we will go without it. So I'm gonna skip it by clicking on skip button in here. And this will take us to the interface. And this is the interface of Airtable. If you're already using it, then you will see it different in here, because you might have already set up your workspaces and all. But if you're using it for the first time, before you even get into the automation, you should have your workspace ready. So you have an option to create your project from base. But the best thing about Airtable is their templates. You can click on this templates in here. That's assuming you do not have a project with them already and you're learning it for the first time. In here, you can choose project tracker, content calendar. As you can see, these are amazing templates, isn't it? But for our video purpose, I'm going to go with project tracker, and it will just load the template from me. And I can give it a few seconds. Once you're satisfied with whatever has to load up here, you can click on this try this template. As you can see, it almost got loaded. So I can click on try this template, and it will take a few seconds. And here I am. It will ask me if I want to go with the 14 days trial pro. In your case, if you like, you can go. Otherwise, it's fine. You can click anywhere. It will take you to your project. So this is your project. And if you click on project tracker on top left hand side, you can see the information about your project. And if you click here, there are different options as well. But Why are we here? We're gonna learn about automations. So if you're new, you can play around and see how exactly it works. And for the automation, if you want to create, let's say this is a project that you're managing, you can click on the section here, which is automations. And when you will click on it, it will take you to this page where you will see automation one in here. If you like, you can name something in here. So I'm gonna go with rename automation, and I will call it, let's go with simple automation, or go with automate task creation. Okay, so whatever you like, you can give that name. It doesn't matter. And then, as you can see, when I just updated the name, it's started saving in here. So it's an autosave mode. And once I have created this automation, I have to click on this trigger. It's important because automation will not work without trigger. So when you click on add trigger, and you have an option to different you have options to do automation on different stuff, wherein let's say we want to do the automation on task creation. So when record's created, I can click here, and when I do that, I click on got it, it will show me the properties of that specific kind of trigger that I have selected. And I can go with table configuration. So let's say I want to configure overview for my record creation. And then I can, if I want, I can choose record as well. So see, this is how I can choose. So once I'm satisfied with it, I have to add advanced logic and action as well, because see, first part, you create the automation, then you add trigger to it, and then you add logic to it. So we already did the automation part, we added the trigger, now we have to click on logic and action creation. Now, when you click on it, you have two kind of logic to select from. One is a conditional logic, so where you say if something happened to this. Other one is a repeating group. So, if something happens and you want to repeat it for each item within a list, that kind of repetition. So we will go with conditional logic. And in here, I can click on plus. In your case, you can click on plus, and I'm gonna go with the condition of Airtable record ID. If it contains new tag, then I can just enter it and I can click anywhere. It will automatically be saved. So if this condition met, then I want to give it an action, and what that action could be. So I can say that update record. So whenever a record is created and if this condition is met, that will automatically update the record. So that's one automation. Now I can give more information to it if I want. I can give labels to it. This is basically, if you look on the right hand side, these are the properties for this specific action. Again, if you click on this trigger, you will see the properties of the trigger. If you click on in here, you will see the properties of the entire action that you see. But if you click on update record, you will just see the properties of update record part. And in here, I can select table if I like. So again, overview, I can click on record ID that I want this ID to be there. And I can choose field as well. So whatever is required for you, you can select from the action in here. And I can select the value as, let's say, monitoring incomplete. And if I want to preview it, I can click on preview. And I can also do test automation. I can do one history as well. So this is with one automation creation, and it's done. But let's say you're not satisfied with one automation and you want to have multiple automations within your project. Is that possible? Of course it is. All you can do is you can click on automation list. Again, this will just provide you the summary of your automations, and you can click on it again, and there will be an option of create automation. So you can click here and you can just do, I'll do this later. So as you can see, the previously created automation is in here, and this is another automation. And we're going to call it, let's say, email delivery automation. So name has been given. Now, again, as I say, first you create automation, the name, and then you add trigger to it. And this time we are saying that when a form is submitted, so when a form is submitted, choose a table, for example, task timelines and assigning, select the form from here, and advanced logic, we can, again, we have an option to go with conditional logic or repeating group. Let's go with repeating group this time. And we can select action as well. We can say, okay, when this happens, send an email to us. And in here, we can define like at what email address do we want this email to be sent out? What should be the subject line? We can select from here. And of course, this is coded as well, but we have an option to add more values to it if you like. So we can, it's up to us. If you want to modify it, you can definitely go ahead and do that. But let's say you are satisfied with all the properties in here, the properties of trigger, the condition, and the action, then just click anywhere and it will automatically save the thing for you. So as you can see, we have created two automations for our project, but then look at this value. It just says off. That means these automations are not currently working. If you click on, this is when the automation would start. But sometimes, as you can see, this input is required. So you won't be able to own automation unless you have satisfied all the need in here. So I'm just going to go with my email address in here. Let me just copy and paste. And I'll add the subject line too, which is, okay, let's go with this one. Okay. And the message too, I can click on plus and select this. Okay, perfect. So once I have done it, I can click on and it should be done. Same way, if I want to go with the other automation, I can come here, I can click on and it will be on and it will automatically be saved. And if I want to see if I want to do the automation test, I can click here, I can click on run history and it will run the automation for me. So this is how you can create different automations for the project. Doesn't matter what kind of projects you have. You can do a number of things. And if you look at the create automation part again, you can create automation based on all these things. So I hope this video is helpful to you and will help you in generating great automations for your project. And of course, it will help you saving time as well. So if you like the video, do not forget to actual like on the video, click on the bell icon and subscribe to the channel so that any video that we create like this, you get notified for the same. Thanks for watching.